Testing, testing. Yes, perfect. Yeah, hey guys, sorry about that. I actually forgot to turn my microphone on. Good to see you all for another live stream. And today we're going for something a little bit different. We've just finished Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. So this is an intermin stream, if you like. It's a one-off. It's the demo for the upcoming release of Romancing Saga 2. I've never played any of the Romancing Saga games. I did play this demo and I enjoyed it. So I thought, hey, I may, want to share this with you lot and hopefully you guys will like it too. You can also play the demo yourself, definitely on PS5, which is what I'm doing. I'm not sure what other systems the demo is releasing on, but the game itself is releasing pretty much everywhere. Okay, Switch, Xbox, PC, PlayStation. But today, I'm playing the demo, so just want to make that clear. This isn't the full game. This is the demo that any of you can download. So we'll talk a little bit more about it, what it's all about, and all of that good stuff. Let's crack on with the show. Okay, just bear with me one moment, please. There we go. Make sure that all my volume levels are correct, which I believe they are. Can you hear me okay over the music? Yeah, any issues, just let me know. So, Romancing Saga 2, Revenge of the Seven, is a 3D remake, okay, a ground-up remake of a game, Romancing Saga 2, that was released for the Super Nintendo back in 1993. So this game is a traditional, well, actually not traditional, but in some ways traditional. It is a turn-based Japanese role-playing game, but it actually was a little bit ahead of its time, and many would consider it to be the beginning of the modern era of JRPGs. So there's a big open world, there's lots of exploration, there's fast travel, all of that good stuff that we didn't really see back in the day, along with some other things as well. But in terms of combat and gameplay, this is turn-based. So for those of you that, have been missing that sort of action, that sort of combat over the recent releases of various role-playing games, then this game will have you covered. And it's a lot of fun. There's a lot of systems. Not all of them are really explained well in this demo, so we won't get into them that deeply, but the actual basics, you'll be able to see how the game plays. So story-wise, this follows a dynasty, several members of that dynasty as they face off against the 7 heroes, okay? As far as I'm aware, that's what they're known as, but despite their name, they ain't the good guys, the 7 heroes. They've become somewhat corrupt. So hopefully that's a little bit of an introduction to you that's helpful. Again, you can download this demo right now, definitely on PlayStation. Not sure about the other systems, but the full game is releasing everywhere. And I believe it's the 24th of October is the full release. Oh, thanks for the confirmation there, Spider-Mag. Yeah, and great to see you all in chat as well. Sorry I've not said hello to you all individually, but there's a collective hello for you. So let's start on normal difficulty. I have played through this demo already a few weeks back. But this is my second playthrough and obviously the first time I'm playing it on stream. Now, I'm not totally sure what I'm doing here because having played through the demo, it didn't really make it clear. Yes, I can select a name. However, it never actually showed at any point through the game. So the characters that I played as weren't this character here, Fuzz. But maybe it's relevant, obviously, in the full game itself. So, yes, this is a very old game, 1993, but again, this is a full 3D remake. So, obviously, it's going to be a lot more modern, but still has that traditional turn-based system to it. Hey, and I'll try and be quiet for the cutscenes.
Will you please tell me one of your stories?
I shall tell you a tale of a war fought many, many years ago. A tale of Avalon and the Varen Empire, and the succession of emperors that led it into prosperity. Spirits, lend me your voices, that this tale might inspire all to greater heights. The stage is set during the time of good Emperor Leon. In those days of Eld, Avalon was a nation of little note. Conflict had spread throughout the land, like fire through dense brush. Leon knew that quenching its flames was key to unifying the people under one banner. Under his roof, he cared for two sons, the courageous Victor and the kind-hearted Gerard. One fine spring day, Emperor Leon took Gerard out on a foray to cull the fiends lurking in a cave.
Right, so we're going to be playing the story that's now being told.
Has caused our people to suffer for far too long. We must eradicate the foul creatures within and seal it off.
Understood, Father.
We are to reconvene with the Vanguard unit. On the way, I shall teach you the basics of combat. However, this is no training exercise. You must be prepared both mentally and physically.
I shall do my best to see that I am.
Okay, so Leon is the current emperor of the kingdom, okay? And Gerard is one of his sons. Okay, he also has a brother too, Gerard does, but we'll meet him later. But for now, yes, we're playing as Leon, the emperor, and Gerard, his son. Gerard is not the type of character that's as strong or brawly as Leon is. Okay, so he's really trying to build up his courage here by coming into combat and what have you. I'm talking story-wise. So we'll see how that unfolds. But yeah, Leon's really trying to encourage him because, you know, he wants his son to be strong, doesn't he? Now, story-wise, I was actually reading reviews way back, you know, from the 90s when this game came out, and it didn't get the most glowing reviews in terms of story and character development, but in terms of gameplay, it was a lot of fun. Okay, that's what reviewers were saying, and I'm sure that's going to be the case here in the 3D remake. But story-wise, I would expect somewhat of a cliche story, saving the world and all of that we come to expect with these kinds of games. But that's not a problem. I'm sure we'll enjoy it. So here we go. In terms of controls, I've got to say, I'm really happy with them. The game plays so easily. Not in terms of difficulty, but just in terms of the fact that it's not a hassle or anything. The camera doesn't seem to have any issues. And the characters themselves are very responsive. So, we can bring up the mini-map here, and we can also see where we've been, so it's difficult to get lost. Oh, sorry to hear that, Dark Swordsman. No, the weather's terrible here as well, where I am. Absolutely pouring down outside. I've not played it yet, Zelda. Echoes of Wisdom. Oh, sorry, I've not played Zelda Echoes of Wisdom. I've never been that heavily into the Zelda games. I have dabbled in them. Being a traditional JRPG, there is plenty of loot for us to collect here. And it has been confirmed in stream chat that the character we just created, Fuzz, doesn't become relevant until much later in the game, so isn't present in the demo. However, one thing to note is that as long as you complete the demo, you will be able to carry that progress over with you if you do purchase the full game. We don't tend to get flooding that badly here, fortunately, Dark Swordsman, but there have been a few worrying moments over the last couple of weeks, yes, with huge gushing streams of water down the road and stuff. Yeah, it's been pretty bad. Okay, so enemy encounters are not random. You can see them on the, throughout the map, and you just bump into them in order to initiate combat. You can also sneak up on them to get the first strike in battle. Because this is turn-based, there's no pressure to really rush through. This is more about strategy, as with all turn-based games. And it is a lot of fun. It is really addictive. Before FF7 Rebirth, we were playing through Final Fantasy X. It's somewhat similar, I would say, the combat system to Final Fantasy X. So you can see at the top, we have our turn counter. And right now, it is Leon's turn. So no, it's not Leon, Gerard. I got their names confused. Gerard's turn, then Leon, and then the enemy. And there are different attacks as well. There are techs and there are spells. And you can see that there are battle point costs, although so far the abilities we have do not cost battle points. And here's a clever system. The more you use abilities, the more various weapons are going to level up. So each weapon is like independent of other weapons, so the more you use them with that character, the stronger that character is going to be with those sorts of attacks. And the same is true with spells as well. Yes, I think for those of you, that are fans of my channel, I think this game is going to be right up your alley, because it's up mine. Okay, like I said, I played through the demo once, really enjoyed it. So all we can really do so far is attack or defend. There's no point to defend, so let's attack. Oh, just before we attack as well, these jams, which are little demon things, you can see their weaknesses here. And the way you reveal their weaknesses is by attacking them with abilities that they are weak to. If you played, what was it, Sea of Stars, then it's a similar system to that. So now we have Leon, who is our main attacker here, and we have an ability that costs battle points, which is double cut. So let's use this, and we can see how powerful that is. So since Gerard is not that useful right now, I was going to defend, but I thought, nope, we'll keep attacking, because at least it may progress his weapon ability. Right, double cut wasn't a weakness, so let's see if this fiend is weak to short swords. You can tell by the icon on the skill name that it's a different weapon than what double cut uses. And it isn't weak to that.
What should I do in this situation?
Now, characters will also level up as normal anyway, as well as their weapons and stuff leveling up. Yeah, please, Red Mario. Let's blame him, shall we? Okay, so after each combat, you are going to be rewarded experience points, or technique points as they're known here. That's going to level up various things. When I say that characters level up, they don't actually gain levels per se, but they do gain HP, battle points, and other things like that. Now, can I access the main menu? Yes, I can. Oh, yes. So there we go. You can see that right now we have 2 characters. There's a lot of characters in this game as well. But for now, we're just starting with the first 2. And we'll go through all these various options a little bit later. But you can see here how everything's currently at level 0. Well, for the most part anyway, because we've only just started playing. But the more combat we do, the stronger we're going to get, obviously. Now, there's lots of loot to be found as well, so I do encourage you to explore as you play. Some of it is fairly hidden, okay, so it's not always obvious. But it is worth grabbing. Yes, this is a Square game. Well, at least they're publishing it. I don't know if they've developed this remake. In fact, I think it was outsourced to another developer. But they are definitely publishing it, and it is their game. Okay, so, yeah, we've now unlocked the overdrive, which you can see at the bottom of the screen, represented by that bar. As we go through combat, we can build that up. It's basically like a limit gauge, and then we can unleash a powerful attack once it's been filled. So let's start throwing some abilities at these corpses, and we've discovered their first weakness. Gerard is going to be getting some spells later, but right now he doesn't have any. Notice as well how our overdrive has begun to fill up already. And once a fiend has had its weakness revealed, it will also be noted on your list of attacks. So, very intuitive system. I don't know how it played out exactly in the original game, but definitely in this 3D remake, it's really easy to get the hang of. And we're already making progress, getting some leveling experience, so that's good. Yes, again, I'm guessing this wasn't the case in the original, because in the 90s games were fairly harsh. But here, at least, in this remake, your characters are fully healed every time you finish combat. Okay, so you don't need to throw potions around. They're not called potions in this game, but you don't need to throw healing items around between combat, which is nice. One thing that it does bring from the original, okay, very 90s thing, is that saving is only at save points. So don't quit the game now thinking it saved your progress automatically. It won't have. you do need to use save points to save. There is an auto-save. I'm not sure exactly when that kicks in. But yeah, for the most part, you are going to want to make use of those manual save points. Yes, I'm playing on PS5, Sean, but it's also coming out on all the other systems too.
Perhaps you should rest. It could not have been easy to get here.
No, we have not a moment to waste.
But Your Majesty, there are many dangerous foes lurking within these walls.
No need for concern. Gerard must learn to fend for himself eventually.
I am more than aware of the perils we face.
Are you ready, Gerard? We will engage the enemy with the Imperial Cross formation. I shall take up position in the center, while Bear will protect us from the front. James and Therese shall occupy the flanks. Finally, you shall remain in the back, the safest position for someone as green as you. Focus on offense. Let's move out!
Sir!
Okay, so we've got some more party members now, which is going to be a big aid in combat, and we're going to be introduced to the formation system as well. We can actually set our 5 party members in combat in different formations, which is going to give us various boons and boosts and defences. Just to answer a couple of questions in chat, yes, this is also going to be on PS4, which is nice, along with PS5, Xbox, PC and Nintendo Switch. And yeah, good day to you, Damo, good to see you. Yep, very similar to the Persona games in some regards, for sure. Final Fantasy, Fire Emblem. I'm not sure, George. I don't think so, no. This is a full 3D remake of the original 1993 2D game. So our objective here is to defeat all the fiends. I can see there are treasure chests to grab. There's going to be other treasures as well. We're just going to basically start exploring this area. And we can also adjust our formation if need be. But I think the default formation, which is kind of like the cross, the Imperial Cross, is best to start with, as that gives us a nice tank up front to hopefully absorb some of the damage. But as you can see, we also have the free for all too. But there are others we can unlock later. Let's stick to the cross for now. And we're just going to start working through now, collecting the treasures, killing the fiends, and progressing through the objective. So this is really going to be serving as the tutorial, this demo. Although there are a couple of dungeons, it's a couple of hours long. So there's a lot we're going to be able to really sink our teeth into to see, yes, this game is for us, or no, not quite. But I think you'll like it, I really do. So grab the beastly claw, and then we have our next fiend here. Only now we have a full party to take them on. By the way, I think that little light bulb, I could be wrong, if those of you know this game better than I do, want to correct me on this. I think that light bulb next to the skill, at the bottom left of the screen, next to Great Sword Attack, shows that as you use this particular attack, you are likely to unlock another ability. So it doesn't mean you're going to straight away, but want to keep using Great Sword Attack, because I think that means we're going to be learning new abilities as we do that. Same here. For that character, by the way. Yeah, so Therese here has a ranged attack, which is actually really helpful.
My resolve is unmatched.
And we can switch targets as well, if we want.
What should I do in this situation?
So it's probably best to focus down one target at a time.
Not today.
Just like I'm doing here.
Allow me to prove my
And again, I'm not going to worry about the damage we take, because we are going to fully heal once the battle is over. And let's attack with a spear to see if we've got a weakness to unlock. Yes, we have.
Our empire shall never falter.
RNG based, is it, Lumiel? So, is it still to do with the light bulbs, though? That's what I'm interested in. So we just keep using the light bulb abilities until we unlock new ones, is that right? I think that's how it works. Okay, so we've got our treasure chest up here. Poisson's liquor, very nice. Yeah, for those coming from Final Fantasy, a lot of the items here will have the same sort of functions as items in Final Fantasy, but of course, they have completely different names and stuff. Let's see if we can sneak up from behind.
They will pay for attacking the Empire.
Yeah, when you get a sneak attack, effectively it allows you to attack first in combat. Are these weak to spears? Nope. Okay, we've got a full overdrive now, so we can test out our united attack, which again is somewhat similar to a limit gauge. I would rather have one that attacks both, if I'm honest, so let's not use that just yet. We've got our healing ability as well, if need be.
Now.
So let's see, has anybody got... I was hoping for somebody to have an area of effect attack. Let's just see what happens.
My resolve is unmatched.
Okay, Bear doesn't seem to even have the overdrive option, which is interesting. Okay, well, maybe we don't have any yet, so we'll come back to that later.
Time to end it.
Okay.
Looks like I'm up.
Incidentally, later on we unlock the ability to build up overdrive by getting sneak attacks as well. Yeah, thanks, Lumiel. That's what I suspected. Yeah, by the way, a lot of games that you may have played were actually originally inspired. Their creators and developers were inspired by this release. Or not by this release, but by this game. By Romance in Saga 2. Okay, so Final Fantasy 12 was inspired from this game. Nier Automata was inspired from this game. Even Zelda Breath of the Wild was inspired and took inspiration from Romance in Saga 2. So it's quite an important game in terms of the effect that it's had on the JRPG genre over the last couple of decades, really.
No recourse but to fight.
Which I think is pretty interesting because, as I mentioned, I've never played any of the Romance in Saga games before this one. Right, let's try and start using some stronger attacks as well, so we can get through the battles a little bit faster. Even though HP does recover after combat, your battle points do not. So just bear that in mind, especially when you're working your way through some lengthy dungeons, that you may need to be a little bit conservative in the abilities that you cast, because once you run out of battle points, that's it until you reach a restore point, which are fairly sporadic.
Well done, everyone.
I'm only saying what was said on Wikipedia, George. About the inspiration and that. Yeah, I did some reading about it before playing this morning. Okay, we've got what looks to be our first accessory, so I guess we can throw this onto one of our party members here. Different party members will require different items to equip, of course. So, Leon here already has the silver ring. Gerard does not have anything equipped, so we could give him the Chris knife. And what will this do? This will boost his magic defense by quite a nice amount. From 3 to 10. Sorry, from 3 to 13. So we could give it to him, or we could have a look if Bear wants it. And the reason we might want to give it to Bear is because he's our frontline tank. But I'm going to give it to Gerard because he's so weak. and very squishy, that giving him a few extra defenses is actually a super useful thing indeed. So let's just... we can't really check the map yet. Yeah, I think we've got everything up here on this precipice, so let's drop down and continue on. Here we have another fiend over there, a new type of fiend that we haven't yet found. So let's go and kill that before we head off exploring, shall we? Yeah, still... Oh, yes, we can now sneak up. So to launch a surprise attack, you just tap X from behind the fiend, and that will give you the preemptive strike, which, as you can see, gave us a nice boost to our overdrive and means we get to attack first, and it looks like it does a little bit of damage to the enemies as well. So not too bad at all.
I never let my prey escape.
Not too bad at all. And there we go, we got our next glimmering technique, or our first one actually. So this is because I was using the abilities with the light bulbs, and then randomly when you do that you will learn an ability. So this is Hard Slash, which looks like it's going to do a lot of damage, so very nice there. Let's try and discover some weaknesses here for this new enemy. And we have our united attack now, but we'll save that for the next fight. Actually, there's no point because we are going to build it up again.
Attack as one! For the glory of the Empire!
What should I do in this situation?
Yep, so we're getting these weaknesses unlocked now, which is nice. Keep trying to unlock those glimmering techniques early on if you can. So we've got Hard Slash so far, which does cost 4 battle points, but it is powerful. Okay, and we've started to level up some weapons. So yeah, again, the way leveling works here is that effectively everything levels up. Okay, weapons, spells, HP, battle points, they're all separate. So you just need to keep earning experience for everything, especially by using various abilities and stuff. You will level up those abilities, so...
Excellent. That appears to be the last of them.
Okay, so we've killed all the enemies. So not a bad start there.
It shall take 2 full turns of the clock for the mages to weave their spell and seal the cavern. Once that is complete, those fiends will never bother us again. Now, let us away. The people anticipate your return.
Yeah, I don't think the story's been changed, to be honest, George. I think it's obviously just the gameplay has been updated and the graphics. I mean, it is being touted as a full remake. And I've got to say, it looks pretty good. So this is the Imperial City.
His Imperial Majesty has returned!
Hey, welcome, Steve. Have you played this yet?
Look around.
This is the demo.
People yearn for a strong country and a brave emperor to lead them. As such, they expect great things of Victor. And one day you.
So it would seem, Father. I shan't betray their trust. I vow to protect the people of Varen with my very life.
I am pleased you have returned safely. Gerard, I trust you are unhurt?
That I am, brother. Though it has taken longer than expected, I am no longer a hindrance in battle.
Gerard is much better suited to focusing on his studies than setting foot on the battlefield. Perhaps you should refrain from taking him with you on your campaigns? As the eldest, I feel the battles are best left to me.
I understand your position, but fear that the return of the Seven Heroes gives us little leeway in the matter. The hounds of war howl louder with each passing day, and as long as they do, chaos shall plague our lands. With threats facing us on all sides, we cannot afford to have Gerard shirk his martial training in favor of his letters.
Perhaps, but I feel the Empire also requires capable strategists if it is to truly thrive. I can think of none more suited to that task than he.
My lord, a woman by the name of Oriev requests an audience with you.
Her again. She is persistent. I will give her that. Very well. Show her in.
A very mysterious character right now.
It is an
Meeting with the
honor
Emperor.
to finally meet you, Emperor of Avalon.
I must say this is quite a surprise. I had expected Asiras to be a touch more wizened. Victor, Gerard, leave us for now.
Today is that woman's lucky day. It is obvious that Father was looking for an excuse that he could use to cut our conversation short. Remember that reading up on combat theory is no substitute for actual experience.
I will, brother.
Yeah, so Victor's definitely the brawler of the two brothers here. Gerard being the weaker of the two, physically, which is why he's trying to build himself up. Yeah, for those just joining, this is Romancing Saga 2, the full 3D remake that Square is releasing end of October, October 24th, I believe it is. This is the demo that we're playing today. You can download it yourself. It's available on pretty much every system, PS4, 5, Xbox, Switch, PC. And here we have our first save point. So yes, just to clarify, the game is using traditional save points, okay? So just bear that in mind. Don't go quitting if you don't actually have a save. There is an auto-save system as well, which wasn't in the original, because that was 1993, but it has been implemented here for us. Oh, is that the case, is it, George? Not so pixelated, I'm guessing, yeah? Okay, so we need to leave the castle as far as the story is concerned, but we can also explore as well. Oh, no, we don't need to leave the castle yet. We do that in a short time. We need to actually explore it as part of the story. We need to chat to some of the party members that we've already met. So let's just run around here until we can find anything of interest. We have got the objectives scattered around in front of us, but we need to reach them. Yes, it does a little bit, doesn't it, Red?
Perhaps you should take up archery. A volley from afar can end a battle before it starts.
Archery? I would snap the bowstring simply by knocking the arrow.
Oh, nothing a touch of practice can't fix. With my expert instruction, you'll master it in no time.
I think you put too much faith in my abilities.
Pay him no mind, Lord Gerard. Focusing on a weapon for which you feel more affinity will surely lead to greater results. Use weapons you're comfortable with to get that glimmer of inspiration needed to learn new techniques.
Very true. Perhaps I should simply forgo bows altogether.
Nonsense! Emperor Leon's noble blood courses through your veins as well.
Yeah, so, Steve, this is, a remake. The original game did come out on the SNES in 1993. So this is I don't want to keep saying traditional because there are differences here than what you may expect from traditional JRPGs. But in terms of gameplay, we are talking turn-based combat. Okay, so it's not action-based combat like FF7 Remake and FF16. this is strategy-based combat, which is actually a lot of fun. Somewhat similar, in my opinion, more recently to Final Fantasy X in terms of combat.
I see you have returned, Lord Gerard. Has hunting fiends with His Majesty honed your skill with the blade?
Not exactly. I fear I am not meant to wield a blade.
Try to think of it this way, young master. You need but find which role best suits you out on the battlefield.
I'm afraid the knowledge I have gleaned from books does not apply on the battlefield.
I personally am neither nimble nor fleet of foot, as anyone can likely tell from a glance. Instead, I focus on becoming a veritable iron wall. By standing my ground and never retreating, I can protect everyone else from danger. Therefore, please do not lose heart. There is a role out there that suits you, for certain. You will indeed have to put in the work first, but eventually it will come to you. I look forward to seeing you grow into the man I know you can be.
It is kind of you to say so.
Yeah, so Gerard is not useful with the bow, he's not useful with a sword. We really need to find his strengths, don't we? Okay, yeah, I'm not sure about the reincarnation system. I didn't play the original, so I don't understand it. In terms of the New Game Plus, I don't know. Okay, because this is only the demo, there's no way to know, unless Square have said, and I don't think they have. Okay, but yeah, it didn't originally, George says, but it may very well do, being a 3D remake. In fact, I suspect it would. And yes, Steve, you're right, I agree. You know, some of my favourite games are traditional JRPGs, and I do think you'll like this. I really do, especially when you see the combat and stuff.
Ah, Lord Gerard. How have your studies been progressing of late?
Not very well, I'm afraid. I have been accompanying my father on his expeditions, which leaves little time for learning.
Yes, you have gone on a good many forays of late. Perhaps you would be more suited to spell over sword?
It may take some practice, but I assure you the juice is worth the squeeze.
Unfortunately, I still don't know any spells.
That simply won't do. Magic can often strike true in situations in which simple physical armaments prove less effective.
Allow me to start you on the path with the most elementary of pyrology arts. Fireball.
Yes, we get to learn our first spell here. And we need to use this a lot in order to level it up. Remember, the way leveling works in this game is you need to be using your abilities, your weapons, your spells. The more you use each of those, the stronger they will become permanently. That's how leveling works here. Okay, so we've got Fireball now. We've got one more objective to do in the castle here, so let's pop over. We can also explore for treasures and stuff as well before we leave.
Lord Gerard, I fear for your safety. You may be skilled in letters, but you can hardly be considered ready for the battle to come.
I appreciate your concern. However, I must do what I can to carry on my family's legacy.
In that case, you should try honing your skills with different weapons, for they are the key to combat. An untrained hand cannot hope to bring the full might of their armaments to bear. A practiced one, however, will undoubtedly make you a force to be reckoned with.
Thank you. I shall do my best.
Feel free to ask me anything. I shall assist you in whatever manner you require, no matter how trivial it may seem.
That modded, just reading chat here, 3D, low detailed anime art style is not really faithful to the original 16-bit SNES JRPG games. No, it's a good point. I don't think it's trying to be, if I'm honest. There is actually, by the way, guys, a remastered version of this game that was released, I think it was 2011, which is closer to the SNES style. But this is touted as being a full 3D remake. So yeah, it's not trying to be similar to the SNES in terms of its graphical style. There are some balm there that you want to grab. Some of the treasures can be quite hidden, and not all the treasures are found in chests either, so just bear that in mind. I'll check if there's anything else around here to nab. So we've got this shiny here, a hemp cloth. Yeah, so as expected, these sorts of bits of loot and that are just going to be all over the place. All kinds of strange and weird and wonderful locations. So the game does encourage you to explore. And I'm going to be honest, you know, I don't mind the art style here. Okay, it's not AAA quality, but the game isn't, you know, trying to be AAA in that sense. But the controls here are very functional. The camera is not a problem for me at all either. So I don't really have any issues with it, if I'm honest. But then I never played the original either. So maybe if I did, then I would struggle to adapt, but I didn't. Oh, I've not heard that, Steve, but no, I'm not happy about that.
Did you suffer any wounds?
Nary a scratch.
We cannot count on that always happening, though. Do not shirk your swordsmanship lessons, or you may not be so lucky next time. If ever your retinue were to fall in battle, you must have a means of protecting yourself.
If it comes to that point, I'm afraid we may have already lost, or I can never hope to match your prowess.
An army is only as strong as its weakest link, and should I be forced to keep constant watch over you, we will surely be bested at some point.
Understood. I shall do my best to not hamstring the troops.
I believe that everyone has their rightful place, and yours would be in the library, not on the battlefield.
Oh, I see.
With all due respect, Lord Gerard, you need to hear this. While we mercenaries will fight tooth and nail for whomever we are contracted with, we will not sign a contract with simply anyone. We only work with people whose orders are backed by strength. Should our patron prove to be nothing more than a paper tiger, we will not hesitate to serve someone else.
Okay, I shall keep that in mind.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest, Steve. Star Ocean 2 Remake is probably one of my favourite games I've played this year. I really enjoyed that. And yeah, I do love that art style as well, just like you do. Yes, I've played through this demo already, Otaku, and I found it really fun, I've got to say. But again, I'm saying that as somebody that did not play the original, so maybe there would be some hiccups along the way for you if you did, and you have certain, you know, loyalties to how the original game did things, I suppose, is the best way to say it. Yeah, I'll be disappointed if the Final Fantasy IX Remake is split over multiple games. I was hoping that Square wouldn't do that again after the Final Fantasy VII stuff, but especially because, from what I heard, the sales for the Final Fantasy VII games haven't been up there where they wanted them to be, so I didn't think we'd be seeing multiple game releases like that again. But if that is the case, it would actually explain why we perhaps still haven't heard anything about the FF9 remake, despite the fact we've known about it unofficially for so many years. Now, there is quite a bit to do around here in terms of loot. So it is a game worth exploring the town. This is it Avalon? I think it's called. Avalon, actually. It says right there on the screen. Yeah, I'm wondering if it's because of all the modding community's work on Final Fantasy IX. There's some, you know, some really fantastic graphical updates from the modding community, and all other gameplay updates as well. It's absolutely phenomenal what fans have done for FF9. And maybe Square are having to compete with that now, and decided that they need to do something even bigger and better. Not saying it will be better, but maybe that's what they're going for. Yeah, I've not played the Parasite Eve game, Steve. I remember when they, you know, were coming out and that, how popular they were. I'm not sure why I never did. I don't think I had a PlayStation at the time. They were PS games, weren't they? Okay, anything to grab down here? Oh, we can sprint as well. I mean, I probably will miss a few things, but I'm not too fussed about it. Most of this is not actually that essential. It's just ingredients and stuff. I'm assuming for crafting, which I don't think even unlocks in the demo. But again, there are treasure chests and that do contain items that we are going to want to get. Accessories, armor, even weapons. Yeah, good to see you guys that have just joined us. As we are playing the demo here for Romance in Saga 2. Secret of the Seven, I think it's called. Which is a new title for this 3D remake. The original game came out in 1993 on the SNES. I don't know if it had a Western release, though. Maybe somebody in chat can confirm that. I'm assuming it did, but it might not have done, actually, because a lot of Japanese games were not coming out in the West during that era. It has already been re-released as a remaster in the 2000s, and now this is a new release, which is a full 3D remake. So crowns are the currency in this game. That is the gil that we're going to be working with, and I'm guessing that's a lot of the place explored, so let's progress, shall we? Okay, we're heading back to the castle. So if you remember, there was that mystery woman that entered to speak to the king, a seeress, to speak to the emperor. We don't know anything about her, though, and we were booted out of that conversation.
I still have a long road ahead of me.
Yeah, no, I agree, Steve. Maybe a couple of quality of life enhancements would be nice for a Final Fantasy IX remake. Some faster combat, for example, because it's really slow in the original, entering combat and stuff. Maybe some extra endgame optional bosses for fun, and maybe some enhancements to the progression system to make it a little bit more addictive, although FF9 is actually pretty good anyway. But yeah, in terms of story and the bulk of the content, I think they shouldn't be trying to expand it just for the sake of it. Okay, before we speak to the Emperor, Leon, we haven't been able to explore upstairs yet, so let's just quickly do that, as I do believe there are a couple of things to grab, including at least one treasure chest, if I'm remembering correctly. Yeah, so it's definitely part of the traditional aspects of Romance in Saga 2, in that you are encouraged to explore if you don't want to miss out on items and stuff. So this was obviously a big thing that you would do in these sorts of games back in the day. Did I go in here? Yes, I did. Okay, let's head back down. Yeah, jump rope definitely needs a bit of a revamp, because I did that with a script. Even that was a nightmare. and I vowed I would never do that minigame again. So even if Square try and force me to do it in a remake, if it's not radically changed, I ain't touching it.
If I may, Father, what exactly did that woman wish to discuss?
How someone named Kazinsi Salmon is not to be trusted. Though Kazinsi may be one of the 7 heroes, I do not see him being an immediate threat. Still, it would behoove us to remain vigilant. Between that woman's warning and the legend of the 7 heroes, I know not which to believe. The truth, however, will reveal itself eventually. All that we can do now is work to ensure peace for the Empire.
Then where shall we head next, Father?
To the east. There are watchmen causing trouble in the area. If we do not deal with this threat soon, it is only a matter of time before Avalon is attacked. Victor, I leave the castle in your hands.
As you wish, Father.
Okay, so Leon's really trying to get Gerard to grow in his strength, isn't he?
Would mourn greatly if you were to fall in battle.
Your fears are unfounded, brother. I shall see you again soon.
Yes, I wouldn't get your hopes up, Dark Swordsman, about a Final Fantasy VIII remake. Look how long it took them to even get a remaster out for FF8. And even that was a half-botched attempt, really. But yeah, I wouldn't complain either if they did do a remake, if it was done properly. And you also want a Final Fantasy XIII remake, don't you, Dark? And yes, Red Mario, it was horrendous, definitely the worst. Okay, so now, in order to move on to the next area, we're going to access the map here. And we can simply fast travel directly there. So this was the starting location. We could actually go back there if we wanted to, but there's no real need to. So let's head over to the next area, which is the Watchman Nest. So this is going to be our next dungeon run. And you do get a nice chunk of content here in the demo. So this isn't going to be the last dungeon yet. And yet, we get a bit of a tutorial on surprise attacks, although we've already tested those out. What happens, I just want to see if we try and leave. Does it just take us to the screen map? Yes, it does. Okay, so we can't actually head out to explore. Again, there's a lot to grab here in terms of treasure. What's interesting is there's quite a bit of depth to these dungeons. There's a lot of levels to them. So it can be a little bit confusing at times as to where you've been and where you need to go, even as the map unlocks, because of the multiple levels and that you can work throughout.
Yes.
So we've got our next ability here, which is Feint. And yeah, that can have a chance of stunning enemies, but doesn't really do any damage. Okay, and now we have Fireball. Fireball is really helpful, because it actually allows Gerard to be somewhat useful in combat. However, he needs to level it up if you want him to actually be good, because it starts off fairly weak.
It's my turn.
And it takes a lot of casts to level it up, which is kind of annoying in my opinion, because it does use BP, and there's no easy way I should say, to restore BP in dungeons, outside of finding the restore points, which are few and far between and one-time use only.
My resolve is until.
What should I do in this situation?
I'll handle this. Okay.
I never let my prey
Okay,
escape.
one enemy left.
Bullseye.
There we go.
Long live the Empire.
And yes, we are leveling up our attacks, which is really helpful. But look how much Fireball leveled up. I cast it twice in that fight. It's still level 0, and look at the inkling amount of the bar that was filled up. So yeah, it's kind of annoying how slow that is. Yeah, I think you're right there, Dark Swordsman. That would make it a little bit more enjoyable, wouldn't it? Oh no, we've been attacked by the enemy, so we don't get to build up our overdrive, but it's full anyway. So that's fine.
Okay, I'll take the lead.
Okay.
We'll kill one enemy there.
Now.
Okay, I'm ready for anything.
Allow me to prove my might.
Great. Well done, everyone.
I must remember that triangle is jump here. Having played Final Fantasy VII Rebirth quite a bit, I keep using triangle to try and loot rather than X. Oh, I didn't do a surprise attack. Whoops. You have to actually attack to get the surprise attack in, not just run up to them.
Not today. Okay.
I never let my prey escape. Bullseye.
Not today.
I can do this.
Now.
Ah, we got our next.
Let's go.
What are they called? Special abilities. I can't think what they're called.
So long.
Glimmers. That's
Our
it.
empire
Just
shall never
realised. Just
falter.
remembered. Okay, we've got some silver here. Not sure how useful that's going to be, but we'll grab it anyway.
This is our chance.
And yes, we can once again unleash our
I'm ready.
special attack here.
Okay.
Allow me to prove my might. Here goes nothing.
This is the end. Not today. Looks like I'm up. Not today.
What should I do in this situation?
Yeah, Gerard's starting to run a little bit low on the old BP.
Okay.
So again, just something to be aware of.
Done, everyone.
Ah, so I killed those fiends, and there's now all to do down here by the looks of it. I thought there might be something to grab, but nope, not even so much as a ingredient. So this room was fairly pointless in the end. Yeah, we'll just keep pushing on, I guess.
Victory will be ours.
Yeah, some of the enemy design is kind of interesting in this game. I think somebody in chat mentioned earlier how it's got a kind of Ni no Kuni feel to it. And yeah, I can definitely see that. It's certainly got that traditional JRPG weirdness, that's for sure.
I did it. I can still do better.
Yep. We do get items to restore BP, basically, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. These can be hard to sneak up on, actually. But not impossible.
Press the advantage.
Yeah, Liquid Metal Slimes, that was Dragon Quest, wasn't it, Steve? So yeah, Dragon Quest as well. Yeah, that was more of a Twitter post, I think, though, Lumial, wasn't it? So, I would take it with a pinch of salt, okay? Because whoever's in charge of the social media team may have just been trolling a little bit. There's no guarantee that they would even know themselves what Square are working on in terms of remakes and stuff. So I think a lot of people have put credence into that, but I'm a little bit more apprehensive to do so since it was just a Twitter post from the social media team.
Looks like I'm up. Eat this.
Leave everything to me. Okay. We won the battle, not the war.
Yeah, it is, Steve. I mean, it's only the demo, so maybe it all falls apart in the game. The main game, I wouldn't know. But from what I've seen with the demo, it is a lot of fun. There's a glimmer of something to grab there, so we'll just wait for this to turn around, and then we'll surprise it.
They don't know we're here.
Yeah, surprise attacks are always worth it, at the very least, because they build up your overdrive gauge.
I'm ready. Okay. We won the battle, not the war.
And nicely, we are actually levelling up various abilities and stuff now as well, so I feel like we're making progress already here in the demo. Can we jump up? Nope. You gonna turn around there? Yep. Ah! Oh no, we got it, we got it.
They don't know we're here.
I wonder if we can get surprise attacks even if they're charging at us, if we can time our X command. I'll have to try that out, see what happens.
Watch and learn, Gerard. I see.
I'll handle this.
Yeah, nice. Another glimmer technique.
What should I do in this situation?
Not today.
The way that items work in this game is also interesting, like healing items and stuff. Because you can't just go through your full supply in combat. You have to equip them to characters first. And they only have slots for a serious limited amount. Which is kind of an interesting system. Right, so if we go to inventory here. And yeah, the Poisson's liquor. I can throw one of those onto Gerard. And that will chuck his BP back up to snuff. And then he can carry on with his fireballs.
This is our chance.
Oh, we've got a full group here.
I could do that.
Double stab, nice. I'm not sure why his area of effect has disappeared all of a sudden.
Okay. It's over, bullseye.
Watch and learn, Gerard. Not today. Looks like I'm up. Not today.
I can do this.
Now.
Okay, ear break has a chance of causing confusion. So yeah, these techniques we're learning are going to be helpful going forward, I feel, in certain situations. Hello, Bobo. Welcome home. Welcome back. Did you have a nice holiday? Yeah, we can't fall down there. Oh, didn't attack.
The fiends are attacking.
Missed it, that's annoying.
What should I do in this situation?
Bullseye.
Not today.
Okay, so if we try id break here, then we might confuse this creature, which we didn't actually. Yeah, unfortunately it's not a 100% chance.
Okay, time to act.
My resolve is unmatched. Eat this!
Okay. Long live the Empire.
Yeah, no, I won't be playing hard mode anytime soon, Steve. I need a break from Rebirth, if I'm honest. I might get to it at some point. Oh, that was sneaky. I don't think there was a huge amount I could do about that.
Let's do it.
I did it!
I'll handle this.
My resolve is splendid. Keep up this momentum.
Hey, some nice increases there to BP. Right, so that's a piece of equipment, and generally the equipment is fairly powerful. So do we want to give it to Gerard? It will be a boost to his defences, but not a huge boost. We could also give him some rabbit ears, actually, which are definitely right up his alley, so let's do that. He can't wear them. Yeah, the face mask isn't as good as the rabbit ears that we've got, but we'll use it since we've got a slot for it. Okay, how do we get back up there? Over here. Yeah, we might return to that game at some point, Red, but no promises.
I never let my prey escape. Okay.
Okay.
I'm ready.
One thing I actually liked, I thought was a really nice feature in Star Ocean 2, was that if you got a surprise attack on the map against an enemy, you never even actually had to enter combat with them. You would just get the rewards for killing them there and then. It made farming so much more fun and less hassle. Okay, I think we're doing... Oh, right, I can see a restore point. Ah! Along with the save point over yonder.
Now.
Yeah. I can do this. Yeah, I did it.
I'm ready for anything. Eat this!
What should I do in this situation?
Yeah, it's the full prologue, this demo. So it is quite a bit of content, actually. But as you can see, the dungeons, you know, they're not necessarily cakewalks. This is the first serious dungeon, very early on in the game. And, yeah, you know, it's something you've got to focus on. Yeah, Red, you definitely, I agree with Steve there, you need to play that game, Star Ocean 2 Remake. It is so much fun, mate. Yeah, before we head over and save, let's just see what we can explore over this direction.
Here goes nothing!
Time to explode.
We can go all out with BP as well now. on the basis that we're about to recover it all.
I'm ready for anything.
Well done, everyone.
Romance in Saga 2 is the name of this game, Bobo. It's a 3D remake of the original game that released in 1993 on the Super Nintendo, effectively.
We have no recourse but to fight.
That's a lot of enemies we've got to kill.
It's my turn.
Still, more experience for us, I suppose. And there's one down. It's in the title as well, the name of the game. It's a remake, Bobo. The original was on the SNES, so this is a full remake. But story-wise, it seems to be sticking to the original, so it's really just the graphical and gameplay updates that have been changed here. And the fact it's got voice acting, of course.
We won the battle, not the war.
Okay, is this some exciting treasure? A stone cudgel? That sounds like something we might be able to smash an enemy's face in with. I don't think that Gerard is the best person to take it, though. We could potentially give it to Bear. Might be interesting to tank with. In fact, yeah, it is going to Bear. He doesn't actually do much damage as it is, so maybe that will give him some other options, is what I'm thinking. Okay, that's where we've come from. So one more enemy over here. Yeah, this is the demo. Full game's not out yet. If you guys want to see me play the full game, then by all means let me know. But for now, I thought we'd just try out the demo.
I'm ready for anything.
It's my turn.
I do believe we have our first boss fight coming up as well in a moment. So wish me well as we go into that.
We won the battle, not the war.
Okay, so we're going to heal up here, which will restore all of our BP, since our HP heals anyway between fights. And we're going to save, of course. We are now just over an hour into the demo. And let's see what's in store for us here at the end of the dungeon.
I must follow my father's example.
Okay, so we've got the Watchman, who is our first boss fight here. Let's unleash Fire Break on it, and we do need to take the ads out as well. So let's focus on those, shall we? Don't forget, you can see your turn counter up at the top of the screen there. And poor Therese has been paralysed. Come on, we need to get these ads down. So I'm not sure if we need to actually remove paralysis from Therese or if it's just a time thing. It looks like a time thing though. I think it's coming off now. Okay, so the ads are gone. And we need to heal James. I could use an item to do that, Balm. But I've actually got another means of doing so if he survives. Ah. Yeah, he survived. That's good.
do in this situation?
I never let my prey
Okay, so what we can do now is head over to spells with Teresa and cast Life Water onto James here, and that is effectively a heal. Saves our item supply at the cost of BP.
My resolve is unmatched.
I can do this.
Okay, and we're going to get our first hazardous action here, which means we need to be ready for this. And the way we get ready for this is to heal up and defend. Unfortunately, it's a little bit annoying that we're not going to get a turn to defend, I don't think. Oh, yes, we are.
Nice timing.
Oh, no, we're not. It's Twin Arrows was the hazardous action, which wasn't actually that damaging.
Let's do it.
For the glory of the Empire.
Yeah, nice bit of damage there with the overdrive. And it looks like our first boss is going down. Yep, we did it. Good job, guys. And we gained a lot of experience there too. And there we have our first dungeon completed.
Thank the heavens.
I shall have my men take care of stragglers and whatever remains of the nest. That should keep our lands free of fiends for the time being.
Hey, Pride, good to see you.
I suggest we return to the castle. Victor is probably biting his nails as we speak.
He is prone to worry. Well then, let us make haste, so he may put his mind at ease.
So we're going to return to the castle now, where I'm sure absolutely everything is in order, with nothing to worry about whatsoever, and that Victor has been controlling the throne with no issues. Yeah? Let's teleport back to the perfectly fine Avalon town.
What is going on? No. Is that... Victor! Brother! My son, are you okay? What happened here?
Father. My flowing slash found its mark. And yet...
Victor! This can't be happening! Oh, my beloved child. Please, you must open your eyes. Stay with us, Victor! Don't go! Report, soldier. Who dare lay a finger on my heir?
As Avalon stands, so shall I! Let's see how you like the taste of steel! Okay then, how about this? Like the wind!
You certainly have courage, but not the experience to match.
Just hold on a little more. Through my sacrifice, may Avalon live on.
Tell me, Are you absolutely certain he claimed to be Kazinci from Saman?
Yes.
Then you are to search this city for a seeress named Oriev. Once you find her, tell her I request her presence.
Yes, my lord.
Kazinci, you have paid for your crimes.
As for Kazinci,
That cannot be. Then how did he?
an ancient technique. Inherit your abilities.
Inherit? Then Gerard?
No. No, I don't believe it. You can't die. You just can't. It's not fair. It's not fair.
It's your father, Gerard. What would Victor think if he saw you sobbing in your room like this? We can grieve once your brother has been avenged. Are you with me?
Yes. I'm ready, Father.
Yeah, so poor Victor has been defeated by, what's that fiend's name? Kalinsky or something? In either case, it's time to enact some Emperor's Revenge, as they say. So that's what we're going to be doing, heading over here to Somon. And let's just crack on with it, shall we? This is going to be our final dungeon, our final area as well. There's an area before the dungeon, which is this town, overtaken by fiends. It is quite in-depth, it is quite of a large one. But this will take us right through to the end of the demo. So yeah, let's make use of the save points. Some of these flying enemies are a bit annoying, actually. We can try and succumb them to come down. Couldn't get a preemptive strike, however.
Not today.
Yeah, there's a little bit of loot around the town that we are going to want to grab as well. And the first weakness.
I can do this.
Okay. Long live the Empire.
Yeah, so since this is a new area, we're going to be meeting some new enemies. And there are some tough ones, if I remember, especially in the actual dungeon. Which is basically a giant mansion.
They will pay for attacking the Empire.
Not today.
Allow me to prove my...
I'm ready.
Time to act.
Okay. Looks like I'm up. Not today.
It's my turn.
Yeah, when the heck is Gerard levelling up his fireball?
Our Empire shall never falter.
It's not far off, but still got a ways to go. Hello, Zilna. Have you played this demo at all? Romancing Saga 2. It's a 3D remake of a SNES classic from 1993.
Now.
Well done, everyone.
Yeah, and good day to you guys that have just joined us recently as well.
We must seize this opportunity before us. Okay, I'll take the lead.
Power great.
Let's go.
Leave everything to me.
Not today. My resolve is unmatched. Eat this! Not today.
It's my turn.
I never let my prey escape.
I did get another stone cudgel, which I suppose I could give to Gerard. That way he's got an attack he can use that isn't going to keep expending BP. Yeah, if you're into turn-based old-school JRPGs, then you'll love it. Well, I can't guarantee that, but I think you'll like it at least. Yeah, we'll give him the stone cudgel. Any loots to grab from around here? There's bound to be something, isn't there, surely? Wow, one little shiny. Well, we'll take it. It's a healing item, so sure that will come in useful.
We have no recourse but to fight.
Yeah, this is my first Romancing Saga game, George, so I wonder if we'll get a 3D remake of 3. I suppose it depends how well this performs, doesn't it, for Square.
Eat this!
So long.
Yeah, now we can try this club attack. However, I do want to keep using Fireball on second thoughts because it's so close to being leveled up.
They don't know we're here.
Follow my lead.
Witness our combined strength!
Not today.
I did it!
I wonder if you get, maybe somebody in chat knows the answer to this. If you get the killing blow, does that particular weapon or spell get more in terms of technique points at the end to level up faster? Or does it not matter as long as it's used? I don't think it matters, to be honest. But maybe somebody knows better. Move out of the way, Gerard, you stupid boy.
This is our chance.
I can do this.
Leave everything to me.
Oh, okay, George.
So long. Our empire shall never falter.
Oh, look how close we are to level 1 Fireball. No, I was jabbing the X button and it wasn't working.
My father's example.
Oh, that was annoying.
Here goes nothing.
For the glory of the empire.
Not today. Looks like I'm up.
I'm ready.
I can do this.
Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention as well, guys. For those, this is more relevant for those of you that played the original game. But the soundtrack has been fully reorchestrated. However, you can switch back to the original SNES soundtrack, I believe, from within the menu. So for those that care about that, there you go. Yeah, some nice information. And we just got Fireball leveled up to level 1. It took a lot of effort, but it's there now, so it should do a little bit more damage.
They will pay for attacking the empire.
I think it's doing like 1 more damage. So whether it's worth it or not, I'm not sure.
Splendid! Glory to the Empire!
Yes, definitely, George. I mean, the music itself will be the same. It's just obviously fully reorchestrated now. Right, if I head over to inventory, is it worth throwing an item? Or will we be able to recover BP again shortly anyway? I'm going to not do it right now.
Victory will be ours. Follow my lead. Let's end this!
Leave everything to me. Now!
Watch and learn, Gerard. Now! My resolve is unmatched. Okay. Keep up this momentum.
Well, we've pretty much cleared out the town here of foes, I believe. Oh no, there's still 3 more. No more items to grab though, it looks like. So hopefully we are up to date. Is it possible to preempt these? I don't know.
The fiends are attacking. Prepare for... Yeah.
Hey, we got confusion going on that one.
That's it! Yeah, now!
Ah, that's a nice ability. Rapid volley. A good area of effectability, I would say.
Looks like I'm up.
So long. We fought well today.
Right. There's an item store here, but we can't access it. So what I'm going to do now is just head up over here and use the save points, because we are going into our next dungeon. And yeah, it is a little bit of a tougher challenge than what we've faced so far. Hopefully we will somehow heal up our BP, because we are running a little bit low on that. But I guess we'll see. Yeah, are you guys downloading this demo, by the way, or playing it? And we can restore our BP, so that's helpful.
We have the advantage here. Here goes nothing. So long.
Bullseye. Well, that was easy.
Yes, is that something I'm guessing you couldn't do in the original? Look how fast Fireball's levelling up now, already at level 2.
We have the advantage here. It's my turn. So long.
Not today.
I'll handle this.
Well done, everyone.
Hey, Reaver. Yeah, so there are 7 heroes, but they're not the good guys, okay? They have been corrupted, and we are effectively following a dynasty. This is the Emperor here, Leon, and his son Gerard. Effectively, the main premise is that we need to take down those heroes. Although, this game is really unique in how it tells the story. You're going to be following the dynasty throughout the lineage of it, so we're not always going to be controlling Leon here. But this is the demo, so obviously it's somewhat more limited. We've currently been playing it for 1 hour and 25 minutes and about to enter our final dungeon for the demo. And despite the fact this is just a mansion, it is actually quite a substantial dungeon. Lots of fiends to face off against. So it could take us a good half hour, if not a little bit longer.
We have no recourse but to fight.
And I do want to try and start saving some BP a little bit if we can.
Allow me to prove my might.
Although leveling up Fireball is probably a good idea, because there is a pretty tough fight at the end of this dungeon. So taking in all the power we can get there is probably not a bad idea.
We must not get ahead of ourselves.
Now, there's something to be aware of in this dungeon. And that is a couple of the treasure chests are fake. We're talking full-on mimicry enemies that you've seen before in other JRPGs. And they're tough. But they are possible to defeat.
They don't know we're here. Well, that was easy.
We must seize this opportunity before us.
Follow my lead.
It's over. Bullseye.
Wow, that was an awesome overdrive, wasn't it? Look at all that damage we just did. Ended the battle pretty darn quickly. Okay, now before we go any further, I just want to point out there's a fireplace here, which we can head inside. And it only comes up on the map once you've gone inside here, so... yeah, definitely don't miss out on this treasure. A summon ring. I'm not sure who's best to give that to, but let's have a quick browse. Has anybody not got an accessory? There is Bear here that needs one. It also protects against various status ailments. So yeah, probably not a bad thing to give to Bear. Yeah, just make sure you stay up to date on equipping your items and that you are finding. Yeah, I think you're right, George. I think it is too, from what I remember of my first playthrough of this demo. So there might be one around here. This could be it. Right, I'm absolutely positive this is the first mimic. So, yeah, be prepared to go all out here, because these are tough. Look at how much damage it just opened with there on poor Jamesy boy. And they have a lot of HP as well. They're called doppelgangers here. Okay, so let's start by throwing a life water onto James.
Got more in you? Nice.
Every attack, we're going to have to be prepared to heal up after. Because otherwise, we're going to be getting one shot effectively.
What should I do in this situation?
So yeah, Teresa is pretty much going to be a healer.
Time to act.
Try and find some other weaknesses if we can. I don't think this creature is prone to stun. No, you can equip different weapons to different characters, Reaver, although I think there are some limitations.
I can do this.
Okay, we need to heal Teresa because I don't think with Berserk she can heal naturally.
Face yourself.
If it's anything like Final Fantasy Berserk, anyway. Oh, no, she could have done. No, she can't. She can only use standard attacks.
I'm ready for anything. Aha!
Oh, head blow. That was nice. Nice bit of damage there. Okay, I might actually defend here. There's no point. We need to defend on our tank character more than anything. I mean, we've nearly got this in the bag, I think. Yeah, potency 16, which is obviously really powerful. Yep, enough to finish off the first doppelganger mimic here. And 88 technique points, so look at all that stuff that got leveled up there. That's why I do recommend taking those on. You also get the active suits, you do get the treasure from the chest as well. But just bear in mind that obviously they are quite challenging. Right, who can wear the active suits? It's a nice bit of defense for Gerard, but he's not really made for that. So I think we're going to give it to Bear, and the reason for that is he is our main tank at the front line. Do I want to give anybody the armoured suit, I wonder? Maybe to Leon. It's a nice defense boost, but it will slow him down. Yeah, I suppose defense is actually kind of important in this dungeon.
We have no recourse but to fight. I'll handle this.
Not today. Splendid.
I think I'm just going to cast Fireball once per fight. That should be enough to level it up.
Are you injured, Gerard?
We have the advantage here. Here goes nothing.
It's over.
Yeah, so the overdrive combines the different abilities that you've unlocked amongst various party members, which is really nice. Oh, we've still got another enemy in here.
We have no recourse
Yeah, thanks,
but to
George.
fight.
So long.
Now.
Okay.
Let's go.
I'm ready for anything. Splendid.
Right, will that put it to level 3? Yes, it does. Oh, no, that was the last fight, I think. Yeah, more healing, which is not a bad thing at all. Okay, this is going to be our way up to the second level of the house and the next part of the dungeon. Could not avoid him.
How did they manage to catch us unawares?
I'm ready. Bullseye.
I did it! I can still do better.
Just want to make sure we haven't missed anything, because I think there was at least one area we didn't go down to. Might have been this way. Yeah, there's a room here we haven't yet explored. Okay, 3 quality balm. That's actually pretty good. We need all the healing we can get because of the final boss in the demo. And also, don't forget, we get to carry across our progress to the main game.
I must follow my father's example.
Wow, these are the first enemies we found that are going to be buffing one another.
So long.
But they go down pretty easy.
I get it. I can still do better. I must follow my father's example.
I'll handle this.
Follow my lead.
It's over.
Time to act.
Oh, still alive. That is a surprise.
Not today. Okay. Keep up this momentum.
Yeah, so what do you guys think of the battle system here now that you are seeing it in action? The good old traditional turn-based battle system that the game brings with it.
We have the advantage here.
Bullseye.
So long.
I don't know if you can do that, at least in the demo, George. Chaining fights. But you couldn't in the original, you say. Well, it's possible then that it's a feature that unlocks later on in the game, but I don't think it's something you can do in the demo. Because enemies that are close by on the field to the enemies you've defeated just vanish after combat finishes, so there's no real way to chain them that I know of.
Father, we have been beset upon. I did it.
Time to act. Okay. Splendid.
I can do this.
Yeah, we're getting close now
Leave everything to me.
to the main boss of the demo, which is not easy, so I'm a little bit apprehensive about how that's going to go. Hey Soph, how you doing? Good to see you. Have you played this game at all, have you? This isn't the Mimic. Oh yes it is. Tricked you. Actually I tricked myself, which is a little bit annoying because I don't actually have all that much BP and stuff. So, has anybody actually got BP? I'm not sure. This could be a tough fight.
It's my turn.
Yeah, this could be a very tough fight. I can cast one life water, but that's all I have. So I'm going to have to spam bombs. Which isn't good.
Allow me to prove my might.
Yeah, I need to make the most of healing here, so I'm going to have to be a little bit risky in when I actually use these heals, even though I could potentially be one shot if I'm not careful.
Yes.
Shock Rush. Okay, it casts paralysis on fiends that are not resistant to it. Okay, I'm going to actually defend.
I can do this. Here goes nothing.
For the glory of the Empire.
Yeah, nice bit of damage there.
Looks like I'm up.
Yeah, let's just keep laying on the damage. Yeah, got it. Perfect. Oh, that's tough. Hello, this Dad. Oh, I didn't attend it, no. Did you? And yes, so from this Dad, it does have, especially with the enemies, that kind of vibe to it. This is actually a 3D remake of a game from the SNES that was released in 1993. So, weapon-specific text. Okay. We only get to cast these once, as far... Because somebody correct me on that if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure we can only cast them once. It's actually really powerful ability, but it's probably best to save for the boss. Final Strike, that's the one. Yeah, we'll try it, but we'll save it for the boss. As once you've used it, it's gone.
No turning back now.
I did it!
Yeah, I'm the same as you, Sean. I've not played the original. But you know me, I love the whole turn-based combat systems in these JRPGs. This is certainly my type of gameplay. Yeah, I'm not going to use Final Strike. Where is it? There it is. As it will be deleted then. So it's best to save for the upcoming boss fight, I think. Oh, I'm glad you enjoyed it, this Dad. I bet you had a fantastic time, actually. Didn't you?
I can still do better.
And you, Soph. Right, any chests around here? Any loot? Nothing around? Nope, don't think so. I am a little bit nervous about the fact that I haven't saved for a while. But what can you do? This is an old style game, so save points are what we need.
So long.
Time to act.
Yeah, I could do with a nice BP restoration, if I'm honest.
Allow me to prove my might.
Okay. Long live the Empire.
Notice how our attacks are getting stronger by virtue of levelling them up. Was this the outdoor area? Yes. Yes, it was. By the way, how do you get enemies to respawn? Because I've not figured that out yet. For example, if I wanted to grind. Because saving and reloading doesn't seem to do it.
Let us press on.
Ah. I might throw a few BP potions around. Oh, a lion helm. I was worried it was going to be another mimic. But yes, a lion helm could be helpful. It seems a little bit heavy. So it's a boost. What else does it do? Is it just stat boosts? Oh, it protects from being blinded. Right, he can't wear helms. Okay, I think we'll give it to Teresa here. Okay, you see there's a little red glimmer over there? That is effectively a shortcut.
Okay.
So that we can access the bottom floor again without any hassle.
I'm ready.
I'm ready for anything. Okay.
Allow me to prove my might.
Bullseye. Long live the Empire.
Oh, yeah, no, it is quite a big dungeon, I think, George. Okay, yeah, I think that unlocks a shortcut, if I'm not mistaken. But we still can't use it yet. Oh, I'm getting caught there. Couldn't see where I was going.
We have been beset upon. Yeah.
That's a really powerful, strong attack. Shame it's so expensive, but I suppose that's the balancing, isn't it? Okay, I can see what I'm assuming is the final point before the boss fight.
We have no recourse but to fight.
Right, that should one-shot them. Most of them, at least.
Let us press on.
Oh, so you can definitely tell that inspiration then, can't you, this, Dad? Is that the original development team? Oh, I'm assuming you mean the development team for this 3D remake, yeah?
Allow me to prove my might.
Let's see if we can keep the united attack ready for the boss fight, shall we? The overdrive. Because that's not an easy fight, I will tell you that. Oh, is this a mimic? Ah! It is! Oh, boy.
I can do this. Okay, I'll take the lead. Power before us.
Still, we're hitting hard, so that's good. Okay, what's he going to have up his sleeve? I think we should defend with Gerard. Okay, he didn't hit Gerard.
I'm ready for anything.
I never let my prey escape.
James is in a little bit of trouble there.
Got more in you?
I needed that.
Watch and learn, Gerard. Okay.
Nice.
Well done, everyone.
Oh, wow, George. Well, that's a nice quality of life feature then, isn't it? Having a save point and a restore point before the final boss.
Father, we have been beset upon.
I do believe that's the final mimic now, so we don't need to worry about any more of them. Thankfully.
easy.
No loot? No.
Father, we have been beset upon!
I'm ready.
I'll handle this.
Okay, time to act. Okay.
I can do this. I can still do better.
Oh, it's fast travel that does it, is it, Lumion? Ah, that's really helpful to know, thank you. There's so many enemies, though. I don't know whether it's slightly overtuned. It's great for if you like grinding, but if you're just trying to move for the dungeon, there does seem to be quite a lot of them slowing you down.
Leave everything to me.
Time to act. Wait. Are you injured, Gerard?
But hopefully this means we should be fairly well endowed for the upcoming battle. Okay, which is just through those doors, and I think we have looted everything as well. And we unlocked the shortcut too. So let's go ahead and save. Yep, we've got our final battle ahead of us here, guys. It's not an easy one, so let's hope this goes well. Ah, nice one, George.
Well, well, well. This is most unexpected.
Yeah, Kazinci. Final boss of the demo.
You must be Avalon's Emperor. Come to hand me the keys to the castle. As a reward for your touching display of fealty, I, in my infinite largesse, shall appoint you Castellan.
Serve you? After how you murdered my son?
You know full well how this will end, yet here you are. Some would call your actions bold, but you know what I call them? Foolish. It must run in the family. Now to claim my empire and send you to your death. Be sure to give my regards to your son!
And let the final battle commence.
My father's example.
Okay, so this is actually a tough fight. Let's try and find out what its weaknesses are before we unleash our overdrive. Okay, so fire is a weakness. So is bow.
Watch and learn, Gerard.
Okay. I think fire break is probably a good starting overdrive here.
I'll take the lead.
Ouch. Okay, we can actually attack the sword now and need to attack the sword, quite frankly. In order to kill it as soon as possible, really. Annoyingly, we are going to need to heal Bear, so I'm going to have to waste an attack here.
Hang in there.
Thanks.
Oh, it's almost down.
Okay.
Okay, the sword's smashed. So make sure you don't miss out on doing that. Ley lines. Encounters can occasionally occur in areas of high arcane flow, known as ley lines, which can affect the units on field. Spells of the same element as the ley line will be strengthened. Okay. So basically the boss is buffing himself, but not us. Yeah, and now we're going to be really starting to weigh in the damage here on our party, so need to be careful. This fight does get progressively harder, just as a warning, as it, you know, proceeds through.
My resolve is unmatched.
We should have poison removed in due course. Yeah, we're taking damage, but we're surviving it so far. Oh yes, we'll use Final Strike here. Yes, it will burn this weapon, but it will do a lot of damage, hopefully. Yeah, 321 damage. Definitely needs to do that.
Got more in you?
Okay, we're in the home stretch, I think, of this battle.
I'll strike first.
Is that going to be enough? I think it is. I think we did it, guys. Yeah, just make sure you stay on top of healing is my main advice.
But now playtime is over.
You'll pay for this, Kazinci! Stand down, Gerard. You cannot defeat Kazinci like this. Flee now, my son.
But father! Go on, run! I won't stop you. Either way, your father is doomed. And once word of my deed has spread, Avalon and its castle will be mine for the taking. So do me a favor and tidy the place up before my arrival.
Okay.
Gerard.
So, poor Gerard's having a bit of a bad time at the minute with his family, isn't he?
Please, you must conserve every last bit of your strength.
Gerard. You are the Emperor now. Kazinci will come to seize the throne ere long.
Yes, I know.
I fear he is too much for you as things stand. Thus I beseech you to inherit my power. Understand?
We can either be blazing about it or serious.
Of course. However, permit me to ask, what do you mean I must inherit your power?
That's Cirrus. She taught me the secret of inheritance magic. If two people are of the same mind and a strong enough will, one can pass their spirit, memories, and abilities on to the other. Perhaps her words are but wind. After all, she is shrouded in mystery. Yet those words are all we have. Without them, Avalon has no hope for its future. Should they prove true, then you have a chance. I can pass my knowledge of Kazinci's soul steel onto you.
That is why you risk your life? Because of some charlatan and her silver tongue? She deceived you, father. Took advantage of your desperation.
Calm yourself, Gerard. That monster
Yeah, thanks, Lumiel.
wants to consume the Empire. Nay, the entire world. I will gladly die to save it.
But father, surely it must be a ruse. How has no one else ever heard of this inheritance magic before?
I too had my doubts at first. Yet one after the other, each prophecy she made came true. Kazinski's brutal assault on the Empire, Victor's noble sacrifice, all of it. The legend claimed that the 7 heroes would save the world, yet Kazinski's antics tell a different tale. He does not wish to save the world, but remake it in his image. I know not whether he is an impostor or if the legends are merely just that, stories meant to comfort us. Yet I would pay any price if it meant the world would not be under the thumb of the 7 heroes. If you agree that their cruelty and ambition matches Kazinski's, the only way to bring peace to this fractured world is to banish them from it. Are you willing to forego all else to achieve that end?
Yes.
Very well. The path you must walk will be long and arduous. Perhaps too long for you alone. Seek out others who share your sense of resolve. Gerard. Remember, my soul shall always live on within you. Goodbye, son.
Father. No. You can't. Don't leave me!
And there we have it then, guys. I've just enabled the inheritance system, which we're not actually going to get to use. So we get to appoint Gerard as the new emperor. We don't get any other choice. So Leon has now gone.
This power, these memories of countless battles resonating within my soul. He's here with me.
Yep, and that's it, the end of the demo. So what we can do now is save our game, and that will allow us to import the data into the full game if we choose to purchase, meaning that we then can obviously carry on from this point. But just bear in mind, if you save your game here, you will not be able to reload that save. So yes, this has been Romancing Saga 2, The Secret of the Seven, a 3D remake of the original Romancing Saga 2, which I never played, released on the SNES in 1993. This particular remake is available from 24th of October on all systems, so PS4, PS5, Switch, PC, Xbox. So great, there's no like exclusivity or anything. But you can play this demo that I just played right now, today, if you want to download it for free. See what you think. But guys, I want to just say I appreciate you all for stopping by for the stream. I actually really enjoyed this demo, and I probably will be playing the full game at some point. Whether I'll do that with you guys or just in my own time, I haven't yet decided. But yes, if you are, like me, into the old turn-based style games, then I definitely would encourage you to check this game out. I have not been sponsored to play this, so I've just done so of my own accord, but I've had fun with it, and I hope you guys have as well. So thanks so much for stopping by today, guys. Let me just go ahead and share a thank you to the various people that support the channel here. But yeah, are you going to be playing Romancing Saga 2? Please do let me know in the chat, or if you are watching this later on, then as a comment on YouTube. Yep, it's interesting actually, because the original, from what I read on Wikipedia, the original Romancing Saga 2 that was in 1993 inspired a lot of modern JRPGs that we've come to know and love. Games such as Final Fantasy XII and Nier Automata, and even Breath of the Wild Zelda has inspirations found in this game from the original, that is. So yeah, I found that quite intriguing. But I've never played any of the Saga games before, so this was first experience for me. But folks, I am going to be updating you on a community post with what comes next for the channel. So keep an eye out for that. I won't actually be streaming next week, unfortunately, as I'm not here. But I will be letting you know with, as I say, what comes next. But guys, thanks so much for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed the stream. It's been great catching up with you all as usual. Have a great week, and I'll see you soon. Bye, everybody.